Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Music Den. I'm your host, Armando Venditti. Hoping you guys are having a good Friday. In this episode of the Music Den, I'm going to be doing a new album review for you. It is the latest release from Judas Priest called Invincible Shield. The band are back with their 19th release. This is a follow-up to their 2018 album, Firepower. Invincible Shield was released in Japan on March the 6th through Sony. It was released in North America through Sony on March the 8th, being today. The album was produced by Andy Sneap, their touring guitarist. The album comes in three different formats. Comes in standard edition with 11 tracks, clocking in at 52 minutes, 36 seconds. A deluxe edition with three bonus tracks, clocking in at a whopping 63 minutes and 48 seconds. And also comes in a two vinyl LP edition. There have been four singles released from the album so far. Those singles are Panic Attack, which lead off the album, and if the camera moves, I'm sorry. Trial by Fire, Crown of Horns, and The Serpent and the King. On the album, you have Rob Halford on lead vocals, Glenn Tipton on guitars, Richie Faulkner on guitars, Ian Hill on bass guitar, and Scott Travis on drums. Now, this album was recorded over the past 6 years, and the reason for the delay, it was due to the pandemic. The band really could not schedule being able to get together to write new material due to the restrictions of traveling, sorry. So they decided to write music whenever they could. They also had to go out on their 50th anniversary tour, which they were committed to do. So they were basically finding studios to go into and record whenever they could. Now, to describe this album for you, heavy, brutal, I mean, unrelenting. And you're going to hear me use that word quite a bit. From the word go, right from the first track, Panic Attack, the first single, starts off kind of brooding synths, and then the guitars kick in and at a breakneck tempo, just amazing. Rob Halford, in terms of his vocal delivery, he's in top form. He can deliver at mid range. He could also deliver at the high in the high octave range like no one's business. Other songs of note besides Panic Attack are the four singles, The Serpent and the King. Uh, Brutal guitars on this track, just amazing. There's always what I hear on there is a wall of rhythm guitars just coming at you like there's no one's business. Other songs of note on the album the title track, Invincible Shield, sorry, which has a fast-paced tempo on the drums, just amazing. Devil in Disguise is another great track with a mid-tempo pace. Gates of Hell, good harmony guitars on this track. Crown of Horns, which has a nice guitar intro on it, good bass on it. For me, this track, Crown of Horns, basically the lyric is talking about a guy who is looking back on his life and realizes that he has made mistakes. He's not perfect, but he wants to learn from his mistakes and move on and hopefully grow and be a better person. Fantastic vocal delivery from Rob Halford on this. I literally listening to this album, I've been listening to it on YouTube. Bob is actually bringing me home the deluxe version on his way home from work today. Brutal, fantastic album overall. This one track, though, kind of does stand out for me in terms of the vocal delivery. Very heartfelt from Rob Halford on this. Track 7 is a track called As God Is My Witness. One word, unrelenting. Fast-paced rhythm guitar on this, breakneck tempo. I'm surprised that Scott Travis can keep up with the guitars on this track. It is just brutal, brutal, unrelenting, doesn't let up until the very end. Track 8, Trial by Fire. Again, nice harmony guitars on this track. Has a very kind of epic intro, I call it. Um, Track 9 is a track called Escape from Reality, which we all want to do from time to time. Has and on my notes here, a wall of rhythm guitars. There's guitars all over this album. And of course, from a Judas Priest album, you're going to expect that. But for me, this album is a lot more accessible than maybe most of their albums have been in the past. And I'm not even going to mention Nostradamus, forget that. I have that album. I've listened to it once. I can't stomach it. I'm sorry. Track 10 is a track called Sons of Thunder. Thick rhythm guitars on this track, very thick guitar tone, beautifully delivered by both Tipton and Faulkner. Um, the last track on the album, track 11 on the standard edition, is a track called Giants in the Sky. Brutal in terms of its delivery on the rhythm guitars. There is a nice acoustic brief little passage on the track. But it also has great twin rhythm guitars on this track. The three bonus tracks on the album, on the deluxe edition, I should say, which I'm going to be getting tonight, are called Fight of Your Life, which clocks in at 4 minutes, 19 seconds. Vicious Circle, clocking in at 3 minutes and 1 second. And and the Lodger, sorry, clocking in at 3 minutes and 52 seconds. They're good songs. They were released as on a bonus promotional 7-inch vinyl for the album. Do they fit with what was going on the album overall? No, which is why they're I guess relegated to bonus material. But overall, this album from start to finish is powerful, brutal in some spots, very sobering in other spots, but also unrelenting overall. This album does not let up from track 1 to track 11. So please check this album out. You can get it on Amazon. You can get it at your local record store, obviously, on Discogs. The deluxe edition clocks in around 36 bucks. So if you want to get that with the 3 additional bonus tracks, go right ahead. You will not be disappointed. Again, as I said, Judas Priest are back, and they're back in a very big way. They will be touring for this album. They're going to be doing a world tour, so please stay tuned for that. Find out when they're going to come to your city. Again, there's something on this album for everyone. Yes, it's heavy. Yes, it's over the top walls of guitars, but it is also, for me, very accessible in terms of being a music fan. And again, Rob Halford's vocals, brilliant, beautiful. He hasn't lost it. Okay, so please check it out. Let me know what you think in the comments down there, down below. And yeah, please go check it out. And that's it for now. Please click like and subscribe and hit the notification bell to keep yourselves on top of any new content that I've got coming up. And I will see you soon with a brand new video. Bye for now.